Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys. I'm back, and this lovely gentleman is the Candiru, a recreation of a character I created 20 years ago today as my first character in the 3-day head start for City of Heroes. 20 bleeping years ago. That can't be right. WoW hadn't even launched. Is that working? I think I'd started working at Ordis by then. Something. I think. Maybe not. Anyway. 20 years ago today, City of Heroes. Head Start began for those of us who pre-purchased. And my first character was a scrapper. Now here I've recreated him as a brute. Can't really remember why, but I recreated him here as a brute. Spines bioarmor. Even the original was Spines. I don't remember what his secondary was. Good evening. Or morning, or possibly afternoon. And so, it's not often I can say I know exactly where I was 20 years ago today. I was sitting on my big fat ass playing City of Heroes. Infiltrate the Arachnos base, combat Vazalak and King's Row. Oh, let's go kill 10 Vaz for a little warm-up. King's Row, please. So I know I said I was going to play Age of Water, but the reviews on that are not stellar. Let's just say that. And when I saw that it was almost the anniversary of the launch, and then I looked it up, and actually the head start was 20 years ago today. That made it easy. Oh, they changed their mind. They tried to walk away and pretend that nothing had happened. I don't think so. And so I saw that the actual anniversary from when I started playing, well, was today. That made my mind up for me as what I was going to be doing for the next 4 nights. So, here we are again. We're back to City of Heroes. I need to defeat 3 more Vaz here. Not getting much in the way of XP for these guys, but that's fine. It's fine. Or possibly any XP for them. Talk to Henry Peter Wong. Return to contact, and that is a phone call. Undoubtedly one of the infinite number of scam and fraud calls I continually get. I will mute briefly. Be right back. Yeah, they hung up. Be introduced to a new contact? Sure. Georgia fields. I'm sure there are a lot of fields in Georgia. It's a big state. The other mission I have is to go to Fault Line and infiltrate an Arachnos base. Now, I can never remember. So this should be Fault Line. So that is Skyway City South. I can never remember. Skyway City South. I never could remember which one was Boomtown and which one was Fault Line. And which one connected to Skyway City and which one connected to Steel Canyon. And in we go. I'm sure Fault Line was a very, very nice place before, you know, the earthquake turned the entire thing into a complete shipwreck. I already have the achievement for jumping through the donut hole, so it seems. We're all the way down there. You are not late, sir. You are right on time. As a Canadian always appears exactly when he intends to. I guess I have to go through, like, there's the intermediate building. Yeah. Twitch's ad service thinks you speak Spanish. Yeah, I've seen that happen too. And can't say I understand how that works, but Twitch is a buggy piece of junk, although one of their latest bugs is actually to my advantage, I have to say. You can sort of understand French ads on the opposite side of the country from Quebec, but Spanish? Yeah, doesn't seem very logical, does it? But the latest bug I'm experiencing from Twitch is one to my advantage, much to my surprise. I'm trying to remember where the entry for this is. The bug I am seeing, the one that's surprising and to my advantage, is a lot of times it'll say I'm going to be getting 4 ads, you know, for 2 minutes. And it'll give me a 20 or 30 second ad, and then the next one pops up. And I get the initial image, and then I get a little cursor that goes for about 8 seconds, maybe? And then it takes me back to the stream, skipping the last 3 ads. Sometimes it's not even the second ad. Sometimes it's the first. It gives me the splash for the first commercial, and get the little cursor, and boom, back to the stream. Thank you, Twitch. What is this character? Some sort of panther slug crustacean hybrid? No, sir. This is the Candiru. Are you familiar with the Candiru? It is an actual fish. Exactly. He is named after the Candiru, the tiny little catfish, Amazonian catfish, that famously will swim up a urethra and panic and stick out its spines. This was the first character I created 20 years ago today. when the game went into not early access, head start. You remember when games had a head start instead of early access? Lens remembers. There we are. Every mook or minion would say they surrender after someone explained it to them, for sure. Now, the Candiru wasn't my most played character, my highest level character. That ended up being Morgul, my dark defender. But he was my first character. I came up with him to shock people. You think it worked? I had a lot of people ask, what is Candiru? Kind of a reasonable question. All right, where exactly am I supposed to be? Why, right here. Let's see, just checking to see what my turn off the super jump. And probably turn on quills. I turn off quills because it's annoying to other players, as basically all the time I'm going pow, pow, pow. So, is this what the inside of Arachnospace? Creepy. At least you didn't name it the Bobbit yet. True. Hi guys, how you doing? I did at the time, and still I suppose do, wonder as to how it was exactly they came up with spines as a power. As it doesn't seem anything inherently superhero-y? Are there a lot of spines-based superheroes that I'm not aware of? Usually associated with prey enemies to deter predators. Yeah, I mean, Spike from X-Men. Okay, I'm sure there are plenty of Porcupine named. Well, okay, there's probably at least 2 Porcupine named characters, one for Marvel and one for DC, and probably I would guess a 3rd one from one of the smaller independents. I do remember seeing the Porcupine-y character in one of the X-Men movies. My guess would be that by default, none of the Scrapper abilities had any sort of range. And this character has some limited ranged abilities, so that might be part of it. But I'm spitballing with that. A natural projectile melee weapon. Trying to think, and all you're coming up with is maybe the wrist blade spikes on Batman's gauntlets. Those would work. There's got to be a Porcupine in there somewhere in the superhero and supervillain, more likely, canon. 20 years ago. Spines and villains. Yeah, I would think inherently it seems more villainous to me. Oh, come back. Got him. Hi guys. Here. Let me go ahead and juice up my damage for a sec. See if I can't get rid of you guys a little quicker. That's a longer cooldown than I'm comfortable with. I will have to purchase a bunch of enhancements because I'm sure my enhancements are really limited on this guy. Yeah, he'll be much better after I get him some nice enhancements. Al Jordan has produced spines to throw with his ring. Well, yeah. He probably had a really horrible nightmare one night, and that was enough. And yeah, they're definitely not part of his love. So I have gotten 2 of the data files taken care of. There are 2 more around here somewhere. So along with the spines, generally speaking, spines characters are also poison. Somebody's coming from behind. I'll say hi to them. In the traditional fashion. That thing's big. I don't like big. So I use my temporary buff up ability. Is he going to blow up? Interesting, the regular bots blow up. He does not. Spider-Man villain Stegron the Dinosaur Man might meet the criteria. Well, everyone knows Stegron. Stegron? And Stegron. Of course. What was I thinking? Before I forget, I will go ahead and adjust the level, as is tradition around here, to -1. Doesn't affect this instance, but it will affect the future instances. There's got to be superhero porcupine base. Heroes or villains, got to be. Not as famous as Sauron, but you're asking about spines and spike characters. Yep. I remember fighting the character of Sauron in Marvel Heroes. I don't think I was familiar with him from anything else. Marvel Heroes did a lot for my comic book education, as anytime there was a character or villain or item that I'd never heard of, I'd look it up. Oh, this is the base commander. Well, we're going to wait for a little bit. We'll pop our buff. Alright, I hear the thrumming. Did I hear more people coming from behind? Maybe not. Sounds like it's to my left. And no, it wasn't. Sauron is mostly known on the internet for that panel with Spidey telling him gene tech could cure cancer, and he retorts, but I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Well, I mean, every little kid wanted to be turned into a dinosaur, so really, he's got a lot of people on his side on that one. We have a Blood Widow. Well, okay, let me get that last thrumming piece of equipment. I didn't make that jump. We'll try again. Bump-a-da-bump, bump! Come on, bump-a-da-bump, bump. Thank you. Didn't think I was asking for too much. I will now turn off my quills. Turn back on my super jump. Yes, I would agree that that's a very honest villain. Talk to Agent G. This is excellent information, but it looks like we may already be too late. According to Arbiter Sands' reports, they've narrowed the PCM's final location down to 3 sites. We can't allow them to recover that device. I've been cleared to present you with a report containing a variety of worst-case scenarios should Arachnos receive that device. Study it. I want you to know what we could be fighting against. While you do that, I'll have this analyzed. Hopefully, it'll help us find those 3 sites. We've located the 3 sites where Arachnos believes the Psychochronometron may have come to rest. All 3 sites are close to the forward Arachnos base, and each site is being excavated. We may be out of time. I need you to investigate those locations, and if necessary, that base. The PCM might have ended up anywhere during the chaos of the fault line incident. It seems too coincidental that it would end up so close to Arachnos. Confidentially, I almost hope that they've fooled us, and this is a ploy to see how much we know. But I don't think that's likely. Concern yourself with investigating those bases and, if necessary, the Arachnos forward base. Neutralize all Arachnos troops within the dig to disrupt any further excavations, but if it comes to it, you'll only need to confirm the presence or absence of the PCM at the forward base. I jump through the air with the greatest of ease. And the thought of a catfish that does that makes you scream, "Oh God, no, please!" Clear the first ruin. Now, if memory serves, the entrance to these ruins is way far away. I had to be told where these were, I don't know, many months ago. I think this is it. Just passing through, guys. Don't mind me. Just passing through, guys. Don't shoot me. All right? Make sure you're not back in Latro Moria trying to get an honest answer about where the Batcave is. True. That was... I think I went there like twice. Were there a bunch of Merivale in there? But certainly it was a, I don't even want to say a frequently asked question. An almost universally asked question. And I don't think I ever saw a straight answer to it. Hi. Catch. Ow, did that hurt? Good, good. That's what I was aiming for. Remember, pain don't hurt. You gave a straight answer a few times. Under Wayne Manor got boring fast. Yeah. That was pretty much the universal answer that everyone got. No, I'm serious. Well, so are we. Just ask Alfred. Ha 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 ha. Whack. And it is actually rather hard for me to believe that it's been 20 years since this came out. Because, honestly, it doesn't feel like that long. Is there any clickies or anything over here? What? This is the excavation boss, so we'll start with them. Oh, he deflected my attack. One of my attacks. Not enough of them, I guess. Ha ha. Merivale is an interesting concept for Latra. They're obviously trying to include the vampires described in the Silmarillion without crossing the legal licensing line. Yes, that was certainly my take on it. As well. Search the rubble. Well, I'm looking for rubble. Which rubble am I supposed to be searching? There are various piles of rubble. Well, I think I've cleared out the area. Yes. No? Oh, I hear a thrumming. Yeah, we found it. Or we're above it anyway. No, there it is. Little pile of rubble. Yes, I think all three ruins, if memory serves, are in this sort of larger area. each one is individually instanced. It was just a matter of finding it. And as always, the use of audio cues is a big assistance. So it's over in that direction, so probably through here. Pardon me, guys. Just don't mind me. This way or that way? This way, I think. And there's number 2. And when this came out, 20 years ago tonight, today, I can hear the thrumming already. It was, what, 7 months before WoW came out. Imagine. City of Heroes, WoW, EverQuest 2 all came out in the same year. It's the excavation boss. Well, all right, we took care of him. And once again, the audio cue. Ba-ba-da-ba. No, wait. Oh, I have to clear out the second ruin as well. Means I have to kill. There were some mobs here on my left. A Blood Widow and another bot. And that is another scam or fraud call. So I'm going to temporarily mute myself. I'll be right back. And they immediately hung up as soon as they got my message. They don't like that message. That is 2 of the 3. They don't like being told that no human being answers these calls anymore. Leave a message or stop calling. It just doesn't appeal to them. Not here. Oh, okay. I think we actually have to go back out into the main area. And to the right. You know, I think you could safely say that 2004 was probably the greatest year in MMOs. There might be another year that had multiple launches, but there weren't a lot of them, that's for sure. But to get WoW, EverQuest 2, and City of Heroes in 7 months. And now what do we get in the way of launches? I mean, after all, today we got shutdowns of 2 MMOs. One of them, Genfinad, was dead on arrival. And they announced they're shutting down today. And the other one was Arcage, which was pretty well received at the time it was launched. So those both announced they're shutting down. Am I going to have to defeat him? Probably. Yeah, clear out the 3rd ruin. Alright, well, that's the excavation boss. We will use our build-up. And we'll hit him as hard as we can. And let's see, today I was going to be playing Age of Water, which is maybe an MMO. I'm not sure if it really even fits. But then, who the hell knows what is an MMO anymore? Games that are probably really, honestly, genuinely MMOs don't identify themselves as MMOs, and games that are clearly not MMOs regard themselves as MMOs, and there are games that are generally accepted to be MMOs that, when I stop and think about it, aren't really MMOs. But anyway, last I checked, it had mixed reviews for Age of Water. And so once I saw that, in fact, the anniversary for City of Heroes, theoretically, its official launch is the 28th, but the 25th was the first day of the 3-day head start, 26th, 27th, and the 27th is sometimes listed as well because that's the day it is listed as officially published. So the official launch wasn't until the 28th, but the head start was the 25th. And that's when I started playing. Get the PCM from Arachnos. Oh, okay. I have to actually get the something chronometron. Chronometron? It's probably pronounced chronometron. Let's see if I can find my way out. Survey says maybe. Something chronometron. That's not the right entry. Yep, that's not it either. Huh. Back underground? Seems like it. Yeah, so I watched some Age of Water and I saw some bugs, and it was getting mixed reviews on Steam. So that combo platter, along with the anniversary, made it real easy for me to decide to go for the little City of Heroes tonight. We'll give Age of Water a few days to see if the reviews improve. But a pretty great year in all for the City of Heroes fans, as we got the official licensing of the Homecoming cluster, 20th anniversary to celebrate. The in-game celebrations aren't starting for a bit. Those don't start until... Hold on. Gotta not die. The official celebration doesn't start until next week. The in-game celebration, where we'll be, running a special event. Some fashion contests. A sort of in-game loot box that'll have cosmetics and currencies and stuff. But I wasn't going to wait for that sort of stuff. Because, well, this is my anniversary, that's for sure. Oh, that's where I came in. I ran in a circle. Maybe this way would be better. Just gonna put that out there. I missed. Give me a second, guys. Give me just a second. I always get it wrong. That's a couple days in a row I've had those fucking shitheads. Pardon my language. I am not a fan of spam bots and the human garbage that make them. No apologies to you if you happen to be a spam bot. I hear a thrumming. A gentle thrumming. Is this the PCM? I think maybe. Bum-ba-da-bum-bum. There, I did it for you. Let me get back to where I was. As for me to ban. You missed a shithead that I banned. A human tumor that I banned. That's all you missed. Well, I know this looks bad, but it's not over yet. I've been in communication with 2 other agents, codenamed Indigo and Crimson. They believe that Sands has not yet left Paragon City. There may be time to stop him before he can deliver the PCM to his masters. Part 4. I have a plan. Arbiter Sands is still in fault line, probably trying to avoid detection until he can escape to the Rogue Isles. The Psycho-Chronometron requires psychic powers to activate, and Arbiter Sands has none. However, he does have a rival who has access to psychic powers, is antagonistic to Sands, and may know how and when he plans to escape Paragon City. Nocturne the Night Widow. The plan is to lure Nocturne into a trap and get the information from her. Draw out Nocturne. Recommend getting allies, so I will wait on this quest until I at least level up once before I try to take on Nocturne. On level. Missions that come with this warning, you should listen to. Get friends, so level up a little. Yeah, you missed a spamming bot. It's exactly what you missed. So, nothing. You know, unless you consider the person running it, who is, of course, a subhuman piece of garbage of any import. I don't. Am I going the right way? I'm not going the right way at all. Not even a little. Over there is the way out. Right up there with the asshole spam and fraud telephone calls I keep getting, and now I'm getting spam and fraud calls in the way of spamming onto my my stream chat. And I'll also note that they don't really give you very good tools to deal with it. Right, I should be able to right-click on a name and ban. That's all that should be required. There should be a pop-up, or even a left-click and a pop-up. Some kind of pop-up where I click on something and select ban, and they're gone. But as we have established, Twitch is really very much a minimum viable product that they don't even seem to want to try and improve. And back we go to Paragon City proper. We'll see what other quests we can grab. Ambush Nocturne, that one can wait. Virginia Hoffman. No, let's see. Yeah, she's here. We'll go with her. Oh, she's relatively close. Officer? I'm sure I don't need to tell you that street crime is out of control in this city. Let's try and put a dent in that. I know someone who could use your help. Rondell Jackson. Great guy to talk to if you want the police perspective on groups like the Sky Raiders and the Council. He's also the one to talk to if you need training enhancements. Alright, let's track down Rondell then. Oh, he's in IP. going to go back to AP and see if I can't nab me some nicer enhancements. Not male enhancement. I don't need that. No misfunctions with that. No misfunctions, dysfunctions, or malfunctions with that. Okay? Just want to be clear. And I am of just the right level to get 25s, because I'm 22. That seems ideal. So let's take a look here and see what we've got. Definitely could use some more stamina. So we will get endurance modifications. 3 of them. They are dark blue. Endurance modifications. I have 109,000. And all right, that should take care of a lot of those problems in the short term. Cooldown recharge speed for buildup would be nice. Recharge speed, let's see. I think that's blue, but a lighter blue. Accuracy, confuse, damage, defense, endurance reduction, no. Heal, hold, immobilize. Jump, knockdown, range, recharge. Let's make sure that's right. It's brown. We'll buy one, and we'll double check that that's what we're looking for. It is. So we'll want 2 more of those. So we've got Inexhaustible equipped with a bunch of heal stuffs, as it's a regen function. We could use, looks like 3 accuracy to replace the ones that aren't currently working. Well, we've got a useful one there. So 1, 2, we need 2. 2 accuracy buffs. So that we don't miss as often, because nobody likes to miss. And then however many damage ones we can buy. 4 at least, if we've got enough influence for it. I've got more influence on another character. I can always move that over, but I won't do that on stream, as that would not be interesting. We don't quite have enough for 4. We'll make do with 3. Yeah. All right. I have buffed myself up. The contact we was somewhere in Independence Port, if memory serves, so we're off to Independence Port. South or north? I'm gonna guess south. It's a very long zone, and guessing wrong will require me to get back on the monorail and go to the right one, because it's a very long zone. 1.2 miles. That means I have managed to, in fact, get the wrong one. And it's Independence North. Wow, that was fast. And now it's 800 yards, which is 2,400 feet. That's a lot less than 7,000, 8,000 feet. Boing. Super jump. Every game would be made better if it had super jump. Just saying. All City of Heroes players know this is a fact. Double jump is great, make no mistake. Super jump's better, and the super jump in this game is better because it's also a double jump if you turn on the double jump function right there. Detective. Candiru, let me tell it like it is. All us cops are glad to have your help from the city's heroes. And we want to make it easier for you. Take these frequencies for the local police radio bands and keep your ears open. And hey, if you really want to work out there, be sure to call you when there's something big goes down. That's it? Just for the radio? I didn't already have the freaking radio? That was it. Well, that's disappointing. Where's Georgia? And she's 1.4 miles the other way. Of course she is. I'm cursed to always go the wrong way. Anyone who watched the PAX Day streams would have saw me take the wrong path pretty much every single time. Back to IP South. And poof, I'm there. Wait, what? Turns out I was closer before. I told you it's a really long zone. That's like 2.5 or something. This is at least 1.4. My legs are going to be so tired. I just jumped in from Paragon City, and boy, are my legs tired. Yeah, I got nothing. All right. Don't jump into the Hoppa Chopper. For the record, that's what I called helicopters when I was a little kid. Hoppa Choppa. I earned a badge, an exploration badge. Let's see, spaghetti was Gebbity when I was a little kid, too. I must have been adorable. Although that certainly seems hard to believe. Hi, Georgia. She's ready for me. We have much to discuss. Last week, the Sky Raiders hijacked a police transport carrying confiscated weapons. I just got a lead on the base where they're storing their ill-gotten gain. I need you to recover the weapons, Candiru. Be careful. This base is under the leadership of Officer Alvarez. I hear he's a tough customer. Well, I'm not afraid of him. He's back in Fault Line. Jesus, I just left Fault Line. Are you kidding me? there no other way? No. All right. Here we go. Oh. That's the wrong way. Fine, we go back the way we just came. My legs are going to be more tired than I thought. Oh, the moon's rising over Paragon City. Don't fall into the rotating knives. Back to fault line, which is southern end of Skyway City. It's an old school game, guys. The travel arrangements in old school games were much less forgiving than they are these days. Anyone who played EverQuest or Star Wars Galaxies, well, they could surely tell you about what was involved in traveling from places to place to place. Star Wars Galaxies at launch. No mounts, no speeders. Waiting for your ship to arrive at the starport. A lot of people talked about, oh, it was so important to building community. No, it really wasn't. A lot of community did get built waiting around for the boat in EverQuest or the starship in Star Wars Galaxies. That didn't make it good. That made it the best use of the time we could make. We would rather have been doing something else. Doing the best you can with the time is just keeping yourself amused or interested. You need to find the stolen weapons. Making the best of a bad situation doesn't make it a good situation. Thrumming. Find the stolen weapons. It says stop him in his squad. I hope it's not a kill-all mission. I sort of, kind of, semi-rage quit from this game a couple of months back. I've been playing it a lot, and I just got tired of missions that consisted of essentially fighting the same group of critters over and over and over and over and over. Either kill all missions where there were 80 things to kill. Interesting. Or missions where at the very end of it there was maybe a button you had to fight or a boss, but along the way was narrow passages with mobs you couldn't avoid, and there would be, instead of, in this game generally speaking, a mission consists of going to a place, fight 8 or 10 groups of usually 3 mobs, and then a boss, or maybe push a button, something like that. And that's kind of a given. But if instead of 8 or 10 groups of 3 mobs, you're fighting 30 or 40 as you slowly work your way through, that's the worst kind of content. It's never fun. It's always just grind, grind, grind. And sadly, it was and is a staple of old school games. I accept it, but it can get on my nerves. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? No, I'm not. Now, a lot of games will, given time and frustration, will evoke a fuck it response from me, at which point I will stop playing. There are 2 kinds of fuck it games. There are the fuck it games where the frustration and the quality of the game are so non-compelling that I say, fuck it, I can do something better with my time. The other type of fuck it games are this kind of game, where the game is great, I love it, sometimes it gets on my nerves, and I have to say fuck it, and walk away for a while, but I never uninstall it. So basically, those are the 2 types of fuck it games. The fuck it, I'm uninstalling games, and the fuck it, I'm not uninstalling games. And this is always going to be a I'm not uninstalling it. But for those who know me, the fact that I would rage and hold it, say enough, I'm not going to put up with this bullshit anymore. No, it's got to be up above. It shouldn't come as much of a surprise. I'm an angry old man. I found a clue. You see, all you people who said I don't have a clue, you weren't wrong entirely. Because I have a clue now. I missed. All right, we've got bing! 3rd floor, lingerie, pet supplies, power tools. I hear the thrumming, and that is Officer Alvarez. Alvy, his friends call him. I don't know that. I made that up. There's the weapons. Another clue. So the cooldown reduction on the build-up reduced it from 1:20 to 50-odd seconds. So pretty good reduction. And again, we will turn off quills so as to not disturb the other players, because it is, at least to my mind, if you're running around in public and not in a mission, you shouldn't have any sonic disturbance of the other players, shall we say. Oh, I have to go all the way back to IP to talk to her. Lovely. Such a fan. You know, there are certain people who will stand at the sort of gathering spots, and they'll have their toggle powers on that are making visuals and noises. The visuals can be annoying, but mostly it's okay, at least for me. The noises, however, that's a non-starter for me. Back to IP South, I think it was. Uh, 2.58 miles, no. It was north. Right, now about a mile instead of 2.5 miles. Like I said, it's a long map. I'm going to try to land on these wires when I can. Yep, I made one. I did used to be good enough with the jumping that I could go from either telephone pole to telephone pole to telephone pole, or street lamp to street lamp to street lamp. I've heard that Sky Readers frequently hire themselves out as mercenaries. That's probably why they stole those weapons from the police. It's a good thing Kandiru's around to put a crimp in their operations. Oh, not just their operations. I put a crimp on their operation. You are as good as advertised, my friend. I'm impressed. And that doesn't happen easily. Perhaps I can entrust you with some of my more potent enhancements. Well, I don't need any enhancements. Don't need any potency enhancements, if you know what I mean. Meet these people. They could prove useful. New contact. Amanda Loomis or Dr. Chang. Dr. Chang works with the Banished Pantheon in the Circle of Thorns. I do not like the Circle of Thorns. Amanda works with heroes trying to keep up the Tsu situation. I do not like the Tsu either. And also has an interest in the warriors. Any available missions? Engineering staff in Terra Volta have spotted members. I don't want to go into Terra Volta. That's an area best used for groups. As there are the batches of mobs, instead of being 2 to 5, are 15 to 20. That would be bad. The Secretive Lost have been scavenging Rikti technology and selling it to the highest bidder. Their government has declared all sales of Rikti tech illegal, but that's not enough to deter the more ruthless corporations from buying it. Bringing the buyers to justice has been all but impossible. The Lost work hard to maintain the secrecy of their deals. Got a tip about a hideout where they're hiding some of the rewards. Okay. Back to AP. Atlas Park. far on that one. Nope, missed it. Bumped into it. Missed it. I need to practice up. Well, I certainly hope everyone's Thursday has gone well. You only have one more day to survive to get you to the weekend under the standard Monday through Friday paradigm. Not everyone works Monday through Friday. I spent a number of years working Sunday through Thursday. And that was swing shift as well, so I do understand about the non-standard work hours that can occur. But if you are a standard Monday through Friday, then you've got one more day to get to your weekend. You can make it. I have faith. Turn back on our quills. We have an anathema. He was an anathema, and now he's a knot. 5 files to collect, huh? We have another anathema. We're going to be facing off against a lot of anathemas, I think. They have mental powers. Back there. Nothing up here. Nothing up my sleeve. Bristow! In a file cabinet. Who'd have thunk it? But it's a dead end. Not a complete dead end, after all. We did get one batch of files. Oh, that's right. Give me a sec. Options. Key mapping. Game return, middle mouse button. I had forgot about that. One of my complaints about the game, since it came back, was there was no way to hit escape to close windows, which is, of course, pretty much a standout here from me. Which is pretty much a standard in most games. Escape closes windows. And I noted that someone said, well, there's a command. You can't use escape. The game won't allow you to do that. But there is a key binding that you can set up for that. And Really? It was really, yeah. Nope. Less loud. I can hear it here. Is it this over in this direction? Yes. Right there. In point of fact. That's right. But there was one issue with it, which is the method I had used to open up additional windows doesn't work with it. So I have to use this. Two. Make sure that it's I'm trying to remember, is it this one? It is. Just a different setup. They changed some of the default settings in the game. This particular character will require a little adjustment. But I can adjust. I'm totally flexible. I can put my legs behind my head. I can't do that. I'm actually terribly not flexible. I think that anathema. Multiples of them. How fortunate for me. Fortunately. Above. I missed. Two of them up above. And I didn't even notice. Also up above, an anathema. Thought I heard an automatic weapon being fired at my melon. But evidently not. I'm hearing things, guys. I'm hallucinating. Find the last file. I guess. If it's over there. This was not the right way. It was, in fact, the wrong way. But it's okay, you know, you can go your own way. In the immortal words of Lindsey Buckingham. light catching. Ooh, he's a bigger, uglier one. Man, no shortage of anathemas around. Well, I can hear the thrumming, the gentle thrumming, and see the flashing to get the final file. Defeat the lost leader and his crew. So, it's a kill-all mission. For the record, if you're a game developer and you've ever put a kill-all mission in your game, please fuck you. Thank you. We hate them. And we hate you for including them. They are the laziest kind of content you can possibly do. Please just stop. They are so utterly hate-worthy. Even if it's not a lot, even if it's only a couple. What's the point? And it's more than just a couple, alright. What did I miss? If you resort to kill all missions in your game, you're bad at your job. Here? Yeah. Oh, and I'm still missing. Nothing quite as much fun as trying to run around and find out what you've missed. At least with the objects, the clickies, you get an audible sound you can follow. But not with the characters, not with the NPCs. No, you've got to run all over the fucking place trying to find them. And this is the kind of thing that drives me to rage quit games. And obviously an old school game, regardless of its awesomeness and in general. This game's a lot. Oh, there. At least, hey, what? I missed them? All of them. What? The other one's over there. Oh, the ones that are lying there. And that's mission complete, even though there was a red arrow over there, too. Kill all missions. We hates them. We hates them forever. lovely and scenic Prometheus Park. Okay, next up, contact. You handled that one well, Kandiru. I'll make sure that all the evidence gets to the right people. The Rikti nearly destroyed the world, and even the technology they left behind was all kinds of dangerous traps built into it. Greedy people will do anything to get ahead, though, even if it means risking their lives and those of their customers. As long as there are heroes like you to stop them, they're going to have a tough time of it. Terravolta, no. Heard of the Sky Raiders. Planning an attack on Cray Research Lab. The facility is working on a new energy field stabilizers for Portal Corporation. The Portal Corporation? Do they have cake? And I think I know why the Sky Raiders are interested. It seems that one of these field generators could be used to override the teleportation grid the city uses to rescue endangered heroes. You've got to stop the, Sky Rangers from tampering with the teleportation grid. You only have 75 minutes. Hey, at least it's also an Atlas Park. I ain't got far to go. Sky Raiders can be annoying, depending on the mission. Because in some missions there's a lot of open space, and some of them fly. And if you're not a flying character, that can be really annoying. I hit the captain first, not the engineer, and the engineer was building a force field generator, and that reduces my chance to hit. That's fine, you just stay right there. This time I won't make that mistake. The Raider engineer is going down. If I hit him first, he won't successfully get off the skill to summon the field generator. You've got to know your enemy. 3 field stabilizers to shut down. Lots of yellow difficulty captains. Will make things annoying. Oh, hi guys. I didn't get it off in time. Didn't get it off in time. Maps like this can be a pain simply trying to figure out layout, the floor layout. Didn't get it off in time. All right. I think that's the first floor complete. May have to come back down. It's steamy and mysterious. That guy has got like 2-foot large spines sticking out of his body. Doesn't that sting? You'd think it would sting. How's this floor look? A little bit clusterfucky here, too. Engineer, we gotta hit him. That'll prevent him from summoning the force field droid. Now those guys we can leave be, because they're over there having a deep, meaningful conversation and not paying any attention to me if I impale their friends and co-workers. Although, maybe they're not friends. I mean, no. Not everyone I worked with was a friend. I tried to be friendly to them, you know. That's just being civil. But, oh, I missed. That's not good. That means they get the shield. Missed. 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 Oh, we got another elevator up. As long as there's an elevator up, there's something upstairs. At least one of the field stabilizers. We can always come back down if additional field stabilizers need to be tracked down. I hear the thrumming of one. There's one. One. There are an awful lot of them around. Catch. Nice catch. Wow, this is the kind of thing that I was talking about earlier, about this mission doesn't need this many mobs, and you almost never see this many mobs in such close association, such large numbers in one spot. It's really weird feeling. Well, that was faster because at least that was a group of 3 regular mobs, not a mob and a lieutenant. Those are always going to be a little bit slower. And I used the build-up, so that helped. Oh, that was not helpful, young man. Still have 2 to go. Ooh, we have our first jump bot incinerator. Oh, and the other was an engineer. I didn't even look. I mean, after all, some dopey engineer or a jump bot incinerator, which sounds like the more appropriate target. Oh, there's the second one. I have spent 12.5 minutes so far on this mission. There's one more stabilizer that I need to destabilize, or possibly unstabilize. Did I get it off in time? I did. One to go. As I didn't even need to kill these guys. Not kill, obviously. I'm apprehending them. They're not dying. Heroes don't kill. We cripple. Let's see, there was another... Yep. Doorway this way. Hopefully, the last stabilizer awaits. Maybe. Oh, 2 engineers. That's not going to work out well. At least we won't get two of the freaking things. So, I believe we've now covered all of the third floor here and have discovered, sadly, that there does not appear to be a third stabilizer here. I'm going to double check that my information that I've just given you is correct. It is. It's somewhere over there, which it might be. That is a level. Got the leveling buff. I didn't realize I was that close. I would have played things a little more actively. Nope. Oh, well, more of them here. Not that. Use the level up buff for as long as we've got it. I think that's going to be it. I don't think we can make it back to the second floor in time. Oh, there was one left. Don't know where he was hiding. But hey, I still had the buff up, so. Oh, there's another one. But what there wasn't was one more of the stabilizers. So there are places on the second and first floor I hadn't checked, so back to them we go. It was level 23, by the way. Go this way. We did not, and there it is. Much of the time, you don't get the notification on the map like that. I can hear it. It's up above. So, am I. "17 minutes and 24 seconds. How long that took. Mission complete. Let's go ahead and turn off our quills, as we don't want to annoy the other players. Ms. Liberty? I have 2 slots of it. Those will do, I think. And I am going to call it here for the evening. 20 years ago today, I created and played the Kandiro, and now 20 years later, I'm playing him again. I expect I'm going to be back tomorrow and the 2 days after that to continue playing through the 3-day head start and then the actual launch day, which was the 28th. So we got 26, 27, and 28, and we'll be playing more City of Heroes. I'll be playing more, I think, of the characters that I recreated here. So that would be Morgul and Antimatter and maybe the Dink, who's a villain. But I'll try to stick with the heroes I can remember that I created back very early on in the history of City of Heroes. I am so pleased, not just that we have the servers back, but they have the license, and that the game is available again 20 years later. I will be back tomorrow at the usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, and early morning in Asia and Australia. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it, as always. I hope the rest of your Thursday night goes great. I hope your Friday can get you quickly into your weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks again for hanging out. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your Thursday night. I'll catch you next time. So, ciao for now. Good night, guys.